Let's get started with this question that's coming from Mohan on email. Now, Mohan wants to buy a flat in Thane East. His budget is 70 lakh rupees. His monthly income, he says, is 65,000 rupees. Now, he wants to know which is the best bank to avail a loan from. He's ready to make a payment of 10 lakh rupees. He wants to know how to go ahead.
Well, Mohan, first thing you need to do, you need to break this into two parts. The first thing you need to understand is how much is your eligibility for taking the loan. And basis what you have just mentioned here, that your salary is about 65,000 rupees. So on that basis, when we look at the eligibility, typically eligibility is always around, 6 times your annual salary. So basis that, it comes to close to anywhere in the range of 45-46 lakh rupees. Now on that basis, and if you are looking at a property which is worth 70 lakh rupees, then you have to understand that the balance is something which is going to come as an equity from your end. So the first step in a home buying process, especially when you are going to go for a loan, the first thing you need to ascertain is what is going to be your eligibility. Once you know your eligibility, then you can look at the budget and see how much is going to be your equity, which will help you, firm up your decision better on that basis.
Right. And this equity ideally should be around 20%, right?
See, yes.
Banks typically will not lend you more than 80% of the value of the house. So you need to accordingly calculate that basis, basis the budget and basis the cost of the house that you actually, decide to buy. The other question that he asks, which bank should I choose? Now, of course, that is a personal decision, one that he needs to take himself. And I know that's what you'll say, Harshil. But could you give him some pointers on how to make the right choice?
Sure, Kavita. See, Babu, as far as taking the decision is concerned, sorry, Mohan, is with respect to, what are the processing fees? What is the interest rate? Nowadays, at least, the foreclosure, if you want to prepay the loans earlier, now there are no foreclosure charges. Earlier, there used to be. Apart from that, how quickly the institution is able to process your loans. For example, if you have identified a property which has already been approved by that institution, then your disbursement process becomes a lot easier, because then they do not really have to do a legal and a technical due diligence on that. So these are some of the basic things you may want to check as to with respect to your selection of a bank or a housing finance companies.
Also, how important is it to, have a relationship with the bank from which you are taking a loan? Now, if, say, I'm a salaried employee and my salary comes in a particular bank account, does it make sense then for me to actually go and take a home loan from that bank? Will it be easier?
See, usually what happens in such a situation is, that particular bank basis your salary account will normally try to give you a pre-approved loan, and by far that is working well. That is one aspect, but usually also there is another aspect is, you may have a salary account in a bank, but your main bank account may be with some other bank. So it's again, clearly a question of, where you are more comfortable with respect to your requirements, and not necessarily linked to the relationship where you have your banking account. Because, the products are different. Here you are looking at a home loan product where you have a certain need, and who fulfills the need to your requirement is something which one should look at.
Right, and Mohan, you would do well to remember one thing, that right now there is a lot of competition in the home loan market among banks, among HFCs, for your custom. You need to remember that. In fact, you are the one the customer, the borrower is the one who's technically calling the shots at this point in the market. I think, Harshil, you can back me up on that. And of course, at the end of the day, the two main things that you need to keep in mind when you are looking to choose a bank or an HFC is the processing fees that you will be asked to pay and the interest rate that you are being given. So otherwise, it's a huge market out there. You should go out and shop for the best deal at this point in time.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.